We hear a lot about loving God, but we don't hear a lot about fearing Him. Let's talk about why having an unhealthy fear of God is dangerous and why losing that fear of God is dangerous and what the fear of the Lord is. Because it's not talked about enough and it's mentioned a lot in the Bible. So, without further ado, thank you for listening to another episode of What the L. I'm your host, Kreamer. And today we are going to be talking about fear of the Lord and what that looks like and how to go about this. So, the fear of the Lord is a deep admiration and awe for God, and knowing that He's a good God and He has principles and commandments in place to protect us, not harm us. An unhealthy fear of the Lord can look like seeing God as just a punisher, not a provider, seeing God as a source of anxiety, not stability. I used to live in this fear, seeing God as this determiner of my fate instead of seeing God as a loving father who wants to protect me and who wants to teach me what's best for me, because I saw these rules and regulations and things that he teaches as maybe that I'm better than that. Maybe I deserve more and I have more wisdom than he can teach me. I used to be arrogant because I thought I'm going to lean on my own understanding. It tells us, Proverbs 3, verse 5, trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. And having no fear of the Lord can lead to you leaning on your own understanding and taking things into your control and making you think that you are the God, you are the creator of your own life. It can lead to walking and conforming with things of this world instead of asking yourself, what will God say? What does God think of this? God, what should I do? You are asking, what will people say about me if I do something that honors God? Instead of trying to glorify God, you are trying to glorify yourself and the validation of others. Whenever you are sinning and an unhealthy fear of the Lord, you are operating from a place of shame and guilt rather than mercy and his unfailing love. Whenever I was in a state of sin, it was really hard for me to break that sin because I didn't truly understand what a healthy fear of the Lord looked like. That's why he says to seek him with his whole heart, with all of our hearts, and put him first above everything, even our friends and family. In the Bible, Luke 14:26, if anyone comes to me and does not hate their mother and father, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such person cannot be my disciple. This is a hyperbole, an extreme exaggeration to a point, because Jesus tells us to love our enemies. So how does that correlate to what he's saying? This is going against what he says, right? No, he's telling us to love God above everything. Put him above everything, because the fear of the Lord brings wisdom, discernment, it's honesty, peace. It gives you a firm foundation instead of an unstable ground. Whenever you have a healthy fear of the Lord, it means that you have a brick house. If you have no fear of the Lord or an unhealthy one, your house is made of glass and it's destined to be broken. Proverbs 8. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. Therefore, I hate pride and arrogance, corruption and perverse speech. Common sense and success belong to me. Because of me, kings reign and rulers make just decrees. Rulers lead with my help, and nobles make righteous decision. I love all those who love me. Those who surely search for me will find me. Whenever you're operating from an unhealthy fear of the Lord, you are running away from God whenever you sin because you're full of shame and guilt. That's from the devil. God brings peace, strength, encouragement, love, compassion, mercy. The devil brings confusion, guilt, shame, envy, pride, arrogance. It makes you think that you should run from him because he is going to send you to hell. He's going to hurt you because you've sinned. But no, in reality, he just wants you to come to him. Say, I'm broken. I can't do this without you. Jesus, forgive me. I'm here. I'm laying this at your feet. I literally cannot do this without you. In my strength, in my weakness, be my strength. He is your strength. And he knows that we're going to sin, but that doesn't mean you should continually try to sin. It helps us avoid sin. The fear of the Lord actively turns us away from sin. Proverbs 16:6. By steadfast love and faithfulness is atoned for, and by the fear of the Lord one turns away from evil. With the fear of the Lord, you are breaking through chains. To fear God means to see sin the way that he sees it. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil, pride and arrogance in the way of evil and hate. Proverbs 8:13. It allows you to see sin the way that God sees it, and it allows you to not fear him in a way of he's going to send me to a bad place. No, he's going to help you break out of it, and only he can do that. Only he's able to do that for you. Exodus 20:20. Moses said to the people, "Don't be afraid. God has come to test you, that the fear of him may be before you, not that you may not sin." This shows the difference between being scared of God and revering him. Reverence keeps us from sinning. Father knows best. He knows how to protect us. He knows how to love us. He knows what's best for us. And discipline teaches us that. Wisdom teaches us that. Fear of the Lord instills that within us. It makes us not want to sin because we know the consequences, but ultimately, more so, we know that His love is, we abide in His love. It teaches us that more than anything. 2 Corinthians 7:1. Reverence fuels holiness. It motivates us to pursue purity in action and spirit. Philippians 2:12-13. Work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you, but both to will and end to work for His good pleasure. Obedience. Fear means reverence and awe, which moves us to obedience while God empowers us. These verses show us that the fear of the Lord doesn't protect us. It protects, guides, and empowers us to flee from sin. If you don't fear God, you'll fear everything else. But when you fear Him, you'll finally be free. And it doesn't make the world smaller. It keeps you from destroying yourself. You can't flirt with sin and walk in wisdom at the same time. The fear of the Lord makes you choose. If your fear of God doesn't lead to holiness, it's not reverence, it's religion. It's not about running away from Him whenever you sin. It's about running from the sin to Him. Without the fear of God, grace becomes cheap. With it, grace becomes priceless. The world says follow your heart, but the fear of the Lord says follow the one who made it. Proverbs 16:6. By the fear of the Lord, one turns away from evil. So here's the question. What do you fear more? Missing out on sin or missing out on God? Thank you so much for listening to another episode of What the L. Hopefully this taught you something. I'm so happy that you've tuned in and I'm back home. It's great and life is good. God's even better. Stop fearing everything, but fear Him, but in a healthy way. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out my social medias. They will be linked down below. If you are looking to watch the video versions of this, they are exclusively available on YouTube and Spotify. And with that, guys, I appreciate all of you tuning in every single week. It means the world to me. And if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. It really helps me out so much. And with that, you guys, I will see you next Friday. Okay. I love you so much. Stay so blessed. I will see you later. Okay, bye.